Okay, boys and girls, we're back again with another video. This one is to how a smaller person can defeat a larger person. Here we have Schmitty at 6'5", about 290 pounds probably, versus Ryan, who's just a smaller guy. He's a smaller guy, but he is a ninja, and I'm going to show you guys how and what happens when these guys grapple. Schmitty is a 1-stripe white belt. Ryan, I'm pretty sure, is a 2 or 3-stripe purple belt. Let's get into the video, and I'm going to talk about some of the tactics he used to get through Big Schmitty. So, touch him up. As soon as they go at it, Ryan's looking to change levels, which is a good idea, getting him reacting to seeing how he's moving his feet. He gets a 2-on-1 Russian tie here, starts pushing into Schmitt, pushing in, and then drags him to his knees. Not a bad little tactic there. Gets behind his back. Double unders behind his armpit. Schmitty does a good job here reaching back for the whizzer, squares up. Ryan does a good job not committing too hard and then disengaging. Not really trying to lift and slam and just get under. You don't want to get underneath a huge guy like this. So, beautiful low single here. You can see Ryan looking at the feet. You can see Ryan looking at the feet. When you're going against someone huge, you don't want to shoot into a double leg. You don't want to shoot into a higher single leg where as soon as they start sprawling, you're going to be underneath them. Now you're carrying all their weight. And Schmitty's a big guy. So watch Ryan here. He switches up his feet, right leg forward, waits till Schmitty plants his foot, changes levels. Schmitty's got his lead leg planted. Boom. And he snatches that ankle, which is perfect. Once you snatch the ankle below the knee, it's hard for you to sprawl your hips back. Keeps the hold of the legs here, and on a proper low single, you'll be circling. Schmitty's a big guy. He's got the ankle, so it's hard to sprawl when your knees turk like that. Schmitty's got him around the waist, pulling him. So Ryan's trying to circle here. Trying to circle. Schmitty needs his bottom leg to get up. You notice he has a good grip on this bottom leg. That's the leg Schmitty needs to get up. Ryan does a good job at keeping the ankle, circling towards it, circling towards it, circling towards it. Even better if he can step over into almost a half guard position. Now Schmitty really can't get that bottom leg free, which is he needs to get up. So Ryan's sitting over that bottom leg. He pops his head out, runs the double. Now he winds up on half guard. So automatically, Schmitty's kind of making this mistake, grabbing over the top and half guard. Once you got your beat here, it'd be better to frame up, start making some space, and getting a knee shield. Ryan has his bottom leg still, has a flout. So now he pulls that bottom, he loses the bottom leg. Let's see. Loses the bottom leg, keeps his head down to the mat, keeps him on his side here. Keeps his on his side, crawls up for the guard pass. Here we go. So now here you got to be careful. You got to be careful with explosive guys when you're on top of them, especially if they have their hands on your hips. If they have your hands on their hips, or they have your hands anywhere on your body, they're going to be strong and explosive and wanting to bench press you off. So here, Schmitty's giving up the head and arm. And the head and arm, the keys on the head and arm is the arm that's below the head, needs to be deep as possible and palm down. Ryan does a good job here. He's in mount. He's in mount. Schmitty's blabbing his lips. You can tell it's affecting him a little bit. The right arm's not quite as deep as it should be. So Schmitty's able to bump, try some explosive movements, which if you're on top of someone, a big person like this, you want to stay on top of them, good balance, and get them to use some of these explosive movements. You don't want to wind up on top, do something stupid with your balance where you wind up on bottom, though. So Schmitty's doing these explosive movements, and these take a lot of energy from you. They zap your energy real quick, and that's what happens here. Trying to go towards it. Ryan does a good job. He feels like he's losing it, so he goes back to mount. When Schmitty's bumping around here, he's bumping. Ryan goes knee on belly, and he goes back to mount because he feels like he's losing him a little bit there. So smart by Ryan, not to just empty the tank and lose his position just because he's going so hard for the submission. If you feel like the submission isn't there, think about what the next best position is. And he goes back to knee on belly and mount perfectly. Schmitty says, no, no, no. But he's using a lot of explosive energy, and Ryan's got his arm trapped. So this is a lot of pointless energy that he's using to explode right now. And again, when you get on top of a person, your goal when you're going against someone bigger is to get on top. but maybe get the back. Arm drags, low singles, get on top of them. And when you get on top, you don't want to go back on bottom. So you want to keep your balance, side control, knee on belly, mount, stay on top. So here we go. He's got head and arm control here. Head and arm control here in mount. But notice he's leaning his, Ryan, the top guy's leaning his weight to the right. Because if Schmitty with his right hand traps his wrist, he can explode him and tip him over from mount. But Ryan's doing a good job at dropping his hips and keeping his weight to the opposite side of where he can get bridged over from. Just wearing him out, wearing him out. Let the bottom guy, let the big guy explode, use a lot of energy. Now he walks up that head and arm again. Walks up the head and arm again. Look, notice this time his right arm's a lot more deep. It's a lot deeper. He's got a good palm to palm, ear to ear on this head and arm choke, and this is a slow choke, so he gets the tap here. Good choke by Ryan. So we go back up. This is where Schmitty starts to getting a little tuckered, but Schmitty does a good sport, jumps back up, and we're going back at it again. Going back at it again. Let's see what happens. Good level changes. Get a guy guessing. So another little level change. Boom. Level changes and pulls back out. That was really good. That was really good. First time, Schmitty knows he shot and he had to get that leg back first. So Ryan does a nice little level change and he just level changes and he sells it enough to where Schmitty's got to respect it. And Schmitty sprawls. Sprawls, boom. And goes to his face. Now he goes front headlock. Front headlock, which is really good here. Front headlock, trying to score off it, and does a little shuck, go behind, which is nice here. Front headlock. He's circling, 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 and with his right arm, he's going to shuck him. Boom. Left arm shucks him and then goes behind. Good sneaky little back take there. So again, when you get on top of a person, your main goal should not be get underneath them. So you want to stay on top. Stay on top. He's got a single hook. He's got both hands behind the armpits, which is a little bit better control. Now he moves to a seatbelt. Trying to power half him and break him down because you don't want this guy standing up. That's the thing. You don't want him standing up, especially in a street fight. You don't want him standing up and slamming you back. So Schmitty falls backwards here. Attack of the neck. Schmidt's got a big neck, so it's hard for Ryan to get underneath his neck, but he's got his wrist trapped, and Schmitty's huffing and puffing here. Huffing and puffing, still attack of the neck. Starting to lose him, and he lost him. Now he's underneath him. So here, when you're underneath the guy, especially an unexperienced guy, maybe giving up half guard and getting an underhook, getting really on your hip, tucking your bottom arm, getting a high underhook on their back, and where you can sneak around to their back here. Schmitty's base isn't very good. Look at all his weights forward, so he doesn't have a very good base here. Ryan passes the arm by, and he's going to start exposing the back again. If he can keep his head ear to ear just like this so Schmitty can't get his right arm back, he can maybe sneak to the back here. Schmitty does a good job stepping his right leg up. Gets a good angle, and Schmitty taps. I think he's starting to get exhausted here. There was nothing really hooked up there. So we're at 444. Schmitty does a good sport. Just touching him up again. Here we go. Changing levels. Again, that's a mistake Schmitty made. But that's what happens when you get fatigued. You have to react to people's level changes. And look how easy he gets Schmitt to his knees here. And it's easier said than done. Remember, you're like, oh, why did he do that? But if you're not experienced in grappling, you have no idea how tired you get. Little level change and he snaps him to his knees. That's a mistake right there on Schmitty's part. Go to his knees. He's real tired here. Does a little far knee tap. Let's see how he finishes his front headlock here. Far knee tap, boom to the far ankle, has a chin strap, boom. So he's on top half guard again, and you can see Schmitty's getting real tired from all those explosive movements. Ryan staying on top, good balance, north-south here, which is a good position on big people. Making sure you're staying ahead of him. Now he's really tired. He's tired, gives up his back, trying to stand up. And now Schmitty's getting upset, getting really upset. He's really mad right now. JX is talking a little bit of shit, and now Schmitty is a little flared up because some people do panic when they're tired. He almost finished the round. Not quite. Not quite. But like I said, people do panic when their heart rate's really high and they're not really used to having their heart rate that high. And their heart rate high, and they're just like, they panic, and you can see Schmitty panicked. And that's what people that have never been in a street fight, never been in a grappling match, never been experienced at all, that's what happens a lot. People who've never done it, they think, oh, I'll be this certain way. Oh, if I get mad, I don't run out of juice. Just because you're mad and pissed off does not give you unlimited cardio. And unless you've been in fights and you've been in grappling matches, you won't understand that. So props to Schmitty, but there's some good little technical tactics on how to be a smaller person and defeat a larger person. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like and comment below. Let me know what you guys think. And road to 100K. We're almost there, boys. So love you guys. Enjoy the week. Bye-bye.